Hey, you there. Just wanted to let you know you're now listening to the AK Mindset Podcast.
Yo, what's good, people? Back again. Week 72, or episode 72, I believe. The AK update, bringing you that great content, your usual news, antics, topics of interest, overreactions, hot takes, and obviously the weekly reads and watches, which we do have patented at the moment. I think we're just waiting for that to go through. But anyway, starting your month right. Me, Dan, what's good?
Yo, what's going on, people? Back again for another week and another month. And yeah, just back with the weekly updates and the weekly topics. So hope you enjoy.
Yeah, man. Just a little intro starter, something a bit different. I know we were just lightly discussing the fact that obviously we don't really partake in Halloween. But like I said, Halloween it seems like it's on the sharp decline. Nobody's really celebrating as they did back in the day, especially when I was younger. The streets were flooded. It seemed like a whole, event. I don't know if it's just a midweek thing, but have you seen like the decline in Halloween over the last couple of years?
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe it's just like getting older, so maybe desensitized, if that's even the right word. But I guess it is less popular because not as many people are decorating their houses and stuff. Probably just things to worry about than the partaking silly, not silly, but like it's a kind of it's a holiday of some sorts. But yeah, I mean, it's cool, I guess, for them. Yeah, but I mean, I've never really cared for it because we don't celebrate, as we were discussing. But more power to all those people.
I was jealous back in the day though, with that people got to dress up in that. Like when I was really young, I was like, I want to dress up as Batman or something. I was just had that FOMO, but as I got older, I was like, it's not that great, there's other stuff. But yeah, man, starting with the news. I will go first. Got a couple. First one, little cheeky one, Robert Downey Jr. Versus AI replicas, and he has vowed that dead or alive, he and his people will be fighting any interpretations of his voice or use of his personhood forever. I don't know if this was unprovoked or provoked, but it's something that came out recently, and I just thought it was interesting to see that people are actually kind of taking that step where they're like, oh, we actually have to protect our image and our rights even beyond the grave. I wish I had the capacity financially to protect my rights. I don't even know if anybody wants to copy me. You know what I mean? But yeah, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's just about now that AI is starting to become more popular. We just need more restrictions or like guidelines because people are just doing nonsense, and then you get like people who are taking liberties, and that's why you get cases like this. I didn't hear about this. I'm only hearing about it now, so I'm only going off what you said. But in terms of like the whole situation, I think this kind of shows that like people are kind of abusing AI. People always talk about, oh, yeah, AI is evil. Even I say you can't trust robots, but it's the people who are really using it or misusing it, I should say. And it's big problem, and they're gonna get themselves in trouble. So I hope they enjoy prison.
Same. It seems like a lot of people are also kind of like plotting for the future, as in like, these group of artists, these groups of actors or any kind of field we will sit back and wait, and maybe after their passing, in the kind of latency between law and technology, and just the gap being, because it's rapidly developing so swiftly, there's a gap between that. They're like, oh, we can be opportunist and maybe create something where even if it gets kind of revoked afterwards, we'd already profited from it. And like, you can just see the importance for some of these actors and that they're like, we have to kind of be a step ahead, which I do implore. My second piece of news: the Wayne brothers returned to the Scary Movie franchise. I don't know. I'm not really a Scary Movie fan. I know they have a big fan base and a lot of people who obviously have missed their involvement in the franchise. So it's not like I'm not excited. I'm interested to see, because I know just the crazy talent the Wayne brothers have, and like the impact they have had as a family in the industry is so crazy. But yeah, it seems like it's good news. Were you ever a fan of the Scary Movies franchise? I know you're not really a horror person, but it's not really horror. I don't know. It's kind of comedy horror.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen any of the films, to be honest. So I've seen like maybe clips, but yeah. So this news kind of doesn't mean anything to me, but I'm happy for people. I guess they were the original creators, and then maybe they left at some point, so the films got worse. Is that all? Is that correct?
You're definitely on the right track. So
Okay.
they kind of had disagreement with the high ups, but it was their concept and everything was their idea, and obviously, due to this disagreement, they left the franchise, and obviously after that, there was a sharp decline, and obviously people are unhappy that the Wayne brothers kind of hand wasn't over on the project, because when people, it's your project and you've worked your ideas and stuff, you have a certain knack and like creativity that you just adds the quality that can't be replicated. And I think that's why, like, I'm kind of like you. I haven't really, like, I watched one movie, and it was funny, it was good, but it's not really my cup of tea. But I was like just excited to see, somebody kind of claim back what they originated, what they created.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Yeah, it's elite, man. It's definitely a last one from me. Did you hear about this one? The Attack on Titan movie compilation with a post-credit scene.
They announced it time ago.
They had,
not
I didn't even see that. So
thing, but
the post-credit scene, like I saw that.
Yeah, that's new.
Cool. Because I didn't know about the compilation movie, but I recently just heard about the added post-credit scene, and my opinion on that: you did your thing. We loved it. I loved it. Generally, it had, even though you took so long to get to this place, we don't need any more added. We don't need it. Now it just feels like you're trying to make money, and trying to keep its relevancy. Everything has to end, and that's kind of my 2 pence. Were you interested in the post-credit scene at all?
Not really. I mean, from what I understand, it's just the two specials put together as one. I think they originally wanted to release it as one thing anyway. So I guess this is like the original vision. I don't care about no post-credit scene. I've seen the thing. I've seen the ending. That's my ending. I'm not gonna watch. I say I'm not gonna watch it. Like, I'm not gonna watch it when it comes out.
Yeah.
Like, even if it came out in cinemas, I'm not going to watch it. Like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, I mean, good for the creators. But I don't know. I just think it's just gonna start more controversy about the ending if they keep adding things. Like, they already changed stuff in the anime. Like, I guess to like make Isayama's vision a bit more clearer. And now you're adding another thing. It's just like it's just let it rest, man. It's cool.
They haven't heard that too much ingredients spoils the stew. They didn't hear that one. They didn't have that auntie in their ear. I agree with you, though. I agree with you. They need to just relax. Like you, I'll eventually probably see it. Just my curiosity. But but I'm not eager, anticipating and going into it saying, it's a must watch as soon as it comes out. And also, like you, I'm like, bro, just too much, man. Too much. Like, don't need any more, man. That's kind of my news. Did you have any news to share?
Well, I didn't until I was just looking. Actually, no, that's non-news. Let's see.
What do you mean by non-news? You can still share it. Is it?
No, it was, they're basically releasing like a compilation film for Solo Leveling, and it was going to be in the UK cinema. I think it's just like a compilation of the season.
Like a roundup of what's happening or something like that?
Yeah, before the next season comes out.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, that's rubbish anyway.
It's weird.
But yeah, let's move on.
Cool. Yeah, that's weird. That's an odd one. Cinema as well. Ridiculous.
It's more money, man.
Bro, I told you, you hear
You're not Demon Slayer, man. You can't do it like that.
You can't. Demon Slayer is that generational, hype and greatness around it. People love it like that. It's not every day you have to try and be like that. Stick to your lane. Oh my days. Yeah, man. With jumping over to topics of interest. Firstly, I'm going to start with you. Did you have anything you wanted to discuss on topic of interest by any chance?
Let's see. I think not particularly, but the one thing that I wanted to say is just like I've seen a lot of people talking about DanDaDan, and then like how it's like changing the game because of like it's like romance and in the series, and I'm just like, I don't know, maybe maybe this is more of like a hot take, but like I'm not totally wowed, or I don't like that it's getting the credit when like other series has done it before. Like, but I get it. It's just how things are. It's got good anime adaptation, so most people will claim it. But like, there's been tons of series. Well, not tons, but there have been other series beforehand that have mixed like romance with battle, shonen, action, whatever you call it. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm not too enthralled by it, but I see the good elements. I just don't think it should be lauded as the originator, as so to speak. But it's cool.
Do you think it's like the kind of perfect storm kind of thing where it's obviously the ending of some great animes? It's something that's been hyped up, and a lot of people have been, even raving about it before it's released. And then when On is released, it had the kind of controversial first episode that kind of got the word going around, a lot of conversation and stuff. And then plus, obviously, the animation and the grandma, because people be going crazy over the grandma. Do you think it's like just the perfect storm that people are kind of judging it as, judging it greater than it actually is?
Yeah, I think it's just like people just over exaggerating. Like I saw like one thing, it said Shonen's greatest romance. I'm just like, bro,
wow.
Like I'm just like, bro, it's like, come on, man. Like I get it, you need to get views, but I just hate these like hyperbolic, over the top titles, man. But yeah, that was it was more complaint rather than a topic. But I'm happy for the fans. It's cool.
Yeah, they're eating. It is a good anime, but like you said, the added gravitas of it being the best they've ever seen. It's like, yo, you haven't really. First thing, there's people have done this before. Like nothing is really new, and you shouldn't laud it that much. But yeah, I hear it. I hope people continue to eat, or I'll continue to eat and watch it week to week. Going on to the topic of interest then, because we take that as a hot take. That was a good hot take. Very good one. Did you see D Wade's statue?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, what's with these statue people? They're just not really good at their job, it seems, and maybe that's rude, but yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, it was just bad.
Do you think they purposely do this? Do you think it's like an inside joke? They're like, because obviously, as somebody who's receiving a statue, you're already kind of overjoyed by being honored. You're very unlikely to look at a statue and think, oh, that's horrendous. You're not going to really let your true feelings out. I believe. I feel like you just be the humble, appreciative. When they're doing the ceremony, you walk up the carpet, you say thank you, give your speech, reminisce, watch your video. Do you think they know this? So they're like, what can we get away with? How bad can we make the statue? Like how?
So I think artists, they have their own vision, and probably it's just not clear to the general audience. So that's probably why we get these statues that don't look like the person. And it's funny, but I don't know. I wonder how the statue, the sculptor feels, because everyone's just laughing at your work, and he probably spent a lot of time on it. So
it's true. Nobody ever thinks about the sculptor. Maybe like they should do a thing where the sculptor is also there at the unveiling and kind of quickly does their kind of thoughts on what they wanted to put together, or the kind of feeling, emotion they wanted to infuse and capture the moment, and then maybe that'll kind of give us a better understanding, because like when you just see that and you're like, huh? Because in my head, a statue is just supposed to be, look exactly like the person.
yeah, it should. Well, I don't know if it should, but
It doesn't. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the memes. It provides great conversation and entertainment. I hope. I'm not gonna lie to you. If somehow I end up with that statue, I'm not gonna be the humble person. I'm like, bro, that does not look like me. I'll be like, guys, guys, I will stand next to her and say, does it look like me? Could never. But yeah, I thought that was a good one to have. Hopefully, the next one that is made, because I think we're on the worst run so far of statues. Apart from what's the Get Out guy, Daniel
Kaluuya.
That's the one. His statue was good.
I didn't even know he got a statue.
Oh, he got a statue like not too long ago, like with that probably October last month, and it was the Get Out scene when he's falling. I'll send it to you afterwards. He did his thing. It was a good statue. It was a good statue. Okay. But apart from that, everybody, especially the American ones or international ones, you guys are on a bad run. Like, you need to fix up. Actually, to fix up. And anyway, moving on to the next topic that I saw. There was a weird, I wouldn't say weird, it's just random and surprising conversation this week online about Sportacus and all his crazy feats. And the conversation came up in the anime community that, Sportacus with an apple consumed versus Goku. Goku might get a run for his money. I don't know what you think about that. You know about Sportacus, like these.
Yes. I mean, how could you know?
The one and only. Do you think he could beat Goku 1-on-1?
I don't know, with an apple. Probably not. I mean, I don't know, like, no, but like for the meat, based on mean potential, like people will be saying yes, but since I'm here to have fun, I'm gonna say yes because like some of the stuff he was doing was not normal, like for a human. Like Krillin couldn't do some of the stuff he was doing. Like man, also he drops apple. Also, an orange fell from the tree. He hit it with a baseball bat, and before it got back, he came from the ground into his blimp, opened the window, and did some flips and blended. I was like, yeah, man, yeah, this guy he's a freak, man.
Crazy work. I got some of his. I'm going to read out some of his best feats. He lifted a pyramid with a bit of rope.
Yeah.
This one people wouldn't probably think is crazy, but if you deep it, he played ping pong, table tennis by himself, 1-on-1, and just smashing it and going. How could?
Oh yeah, I've seen that,
bro. Flipping mid hit is crazy work. He was running 22.7 times faster than another human being who was going full speed. Bro, I think as a youngin', I just thought, I think that's what it did. It sold me a dream of what vegetables and fruits could do for you. So a bit
it was
of
good propaganda, though.
Elite propaganda. Did it work on you?
No, but I mean, I enjoyed the songs.
Bro, I had like an extra carrot. I'm like, that run me that apple. Run me that apple right now. I'm good. You know what I mean? That's what Sportacus could do. You know what I mean? Sports Day will come up and I'll be like, hey mum, we're starting the day right. 5 apples. I'm gonna win today.
Okay.
Good to win today. My friend, I did not win. Nope. Propaganda. Propaganda. I think I even ate too much. So it was even sitting there weighing me down.
That's probably why you lost, bruv. Moderation. Bro, you need to understand moderation.
See, I needed somebody in my corner because my mom, she was like, this guy, I don't know when he's going to pick up this apple again and have this extra carrot. Let him consume all his vegetables and all his vitamins right now, today.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, man, it was just interesting to see. I think I kind of love when things like this happen, when it kind of shows like the wholesomeness of online activity, when people kind of band together and just bring up a conversation that is like lighthearted and silly, and it's like obviously people who had this kind of similar childhood, watch similar things, and like, guys, remember this, and can just enjoy. And I think the internet definitely needs more of that because these days, the nonsense I'll be seeing, Daniel. The nonsense I'll be seeing is absolutely crazy. Is there anything you wanted to add to that conversation or topics of interest?
No, I think we can leave it there.
Lovely. So overreaction. This one is another interesting one that popped along my screen this week, and I saw both sides of the conversation, and I think in this conversation is one of those where everybody is kind of right, but all of them are kind of also fighting for themselves and like kind of being selfish. But they need to like cooperate and come together as a collective. But I saw a young lady talk about chivalry being dead and men not being men and offering seats. She went to the extent that she said that they don't even offer seats to elderly or pregnant women no more, which I don't think is true. Maybe some do, but I'm not. When I see a pregnant lady, to be honest, there were some unruly people in the comment section. So I know there's people not offering seats to the elderly, anybody with a disability, or you know what I mean. So they are there, but generally speaking, I feel like I still see that. What's your kind of thoughts? Do you think chivalry in the modern age is dead? is she kind of overreacting? Are there also people in the comment section overreacting in regards to they're fighting, saying no, it's still alive or it is dead, but everybody played a part in it being dead. It's not just a men issue.
Is this person in the UK?
They're in the
American?
UK, I think.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like most people get up when they see a pregnant or elderly, and I don't know. A lot of elderly people do this thing where they're like, "Oh no, I can stand." But I'm just like, bro, like, why are you fighting? Like, but that's not really answering the question. Well, I say my experience. Usually, people give it up. So I don't know. Maybe she's just had a unfortunate exposure. I mean, I'm not gonna deny her experience, but and then I guess sometimes if people aren't wearing the badge, then even if you might assume, you don't want to assume and then get it wrong, and they're just like wider than the average woman. So yeah, so I think it's just a thing where, like, sometimes I'm tired too. Like, sometimes I need to sit down. It's a long day at work.
Tell him. We be cooked.
And they're all talking about equal opportunity. So, like, sometimes just stand up for a bit. Obviously, if you're pregnant, it's different, or like elderly. But then again, even elderly, man, like, sometimes you might have to stand.
Sometimes you have to firm it.
Equal opportunity. We're not ageist over here. So.
At all, man. At all. And like that was kind of like my thoughts. I think you're kind of like me. Like, we've had the exact same thought. Very balanced. Like situationally, I thought the exact same thing. I was like, yes, in regards to, I believe she's kind of wrong, because that, I think, is still the case that everybody practices that kind of, even if it's not chivalry, it's like common courtesy, and just the understanding that you're kind of looking out for somebody that you think, or you can see needs help, or like you can make life a little bit easier for them in this moment in time, and that's something I will do. And also on the other hand as well, like you said, it's kind of awkward, like especially in society today. Like, you don't really want to, you don't order drama, you don't know what could happen, you don't know what kind of conversations will start, right? Like, if I'm offering my seat and then a lady was like, what, do you think I need a seat or something like that? I'm like, after work, and now I have to have this conversation. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I feel like a lot of people are just trying to be in their own world, trying not to offend anybody, just trying to get home. And also the added, like, everybody's tired, man. Everybody's, like you said, sometimes, bro, you just have to firm it. I just feel like the young lady who was having this conversation was kind of not being she's not being really balanced, and also people in the comment section who were opposing it weren't being really balanced, where they were
that's the internet for you.
So extreme. I was like, bro, like, come on, just be like, just think about it, and you can actually logically have answers and other opinions to the situation. So it's like, bro, like, she was just like, nah, chivalry's dead. All men are this. It's all, men should be men now. Like, you're a man, you should be standing up. When she said that, I was like, wow, that's crazy work. You're a man, you should be standing up. Why are you sitting down? Crazy work. Yeah, but I think everybody on that post was overreacting. And that's why I just brought it to the conversation and dipped, which is always wise, guys. That's the way you should use the internet. Don't get too emotionally, attached to these conversations, especially when they're nonsense. Just go there, laugh, and go home. Well, that's it from me. Moving on to last bit, weekly reads and watches. Can you start us off, Ed? Dan? I called you Ed. Embarrassing.
All right, man. Cool. So, watched 2 movies, one in the theater, and one just when I was at home. So, first one. So I watched Tatsuki's Fujimoto's Look Back in the cinema. It was. I thought it was good, man. I already read the one short, so it was just nice to see how they adapted that onto this into like a cinematic experience. And I think you can tell like everyone who was on the staff in terms of like animating it was like they just put all their energy into it, and I think it really worked well as a film, just a standalone film, just a story that was being told, just about being creative and taking chances and working to get better at your craft. So I'd encourage anyone if you. I think it's still showing. I might be wrong, but like just check. You might be able to watch it. It's only an hour long, so definitely recommend watching that. I thought it was really good, very enjoyable. And then the second thing I watched was the recent Dragon Ball film, Dragon Ball Superhero. Now I didn't know this film was basically Piccolo's film, and I'm actually kind of annoyed that
Piccolo
I
has a
didn't know.
film.
It's basically his film. He's the main character.
Wow.
So if I had known that, I would have watched it when it came out in the cinema. Because like he's basically the main character. Gohan's in it, and he's kind of like the secondary main character. But it's really just all Piccolo, in my opinion. Like they were gassing him, and I was like, "Raw,
Mad.
this is like Goku and Vegeta aren't. They're like minor characters. They're barely in the film. Like they're just somewhere else." So yeah, this film was really good. Like, probably my favorite Dragon Ball film as of recent. Probably got it over Broly. Just because it's got like my favorite character at the forefront, and he's actually doing stuff, and he's not just on the sideline doing up cheerleader. So, um, just once again, respect to Toriyama. Toriyama always did say that Piccolo was his like favorite character, and I feel like this film was like a tribute to him. So, rest in peace, and thank you for the film.
Yeah, man. I'm have to catch that. It caught my attention when you said a Piccolo like centered film. That is so surprising. For me, I didn't watch much this week. And what I watched was nothing like new or creative. I didn't even catch a movie. It was just one of those weeks where like you got home, you ate, you might have read something, and then you slept. Because I was just cooked. You know them ones?
Yep.
Oh my days. But I did obviously watched everything that I've been viewing kind of weekly. Another great episode of Blue Box. Really enjoying that show. I feel like Shangri-La Frontiers had a good start to season 2. But also I feel like I was expecting like another jump. But I'm not really getting that. I'm still kind of getting the same experience as season 1, which was elite. So I can't really complain. And I feel like it's more...
It's just warming.
Yeah, it's just warming up, innit? Because I feel like it was like...
You got a lot to look forward to, so don't worry.
That's good. Because I don't know why, because it was like season 1, I was like, okay, season 2, we're just going to get back into the thick of things. But it's like, not really. We're just kind of, lightly sprinkling some stuff down. But I'm happy to hear that it's going to heat up and we get some great quality content. Then what I mainly did was reminisce. I went back to some classics, some goldies for me. Some, when I just wanted that feel-good experience, I was rewatching some of New Girl and a little bit of my probably favorite show, How I Met Your Mother. I haven't watched that in years.
Oh, God.
Bro,
Sorry,
what is it?
man.
You don't like How I Met Your Mother?
I don't like the ending. The ending basically ruined the whole show for me.
That doesn't exist. We don't believe in the ending. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bro, the ending kind of crippled me and my belief and faith in humanity when that week was a tough week. I couldn't believe they did that. And I was like,
bad, man.
I think it's the worst ending I've experienced in a show because it was so long.
In a TV
In a
show,
TV show.
yeah, like that was awful. Like, yeah, but yeah, I don't even want to go into it. But you know what? Shout out to Barney Stinson, like he was jokes. And Lily.
And Lily, all elite cast. Watching it again, just like some of the best bits and some of my favorite episodes. The cast was so well put together, and they had such great chemistry. I just feel so at ease when I'm watching it. So I was enjoying that this week. Hopefully next week I will have a long form to discuss and tell the mandem about, and obviously tell you guys about. Is there anything you would like to add before we pull this to a close?
Nothing but make sure, like, you know, you're reading books as well. Just keep reading and, you know, enjoy life. The year's almost over. How's your 2024 been? Think about your goals and get ready for the new year that's coming up, man.
Yeah, man. Time of reflection, recharging.
Yep.
Then we go attack it again. As
100%.
always. Well, guys, appreciate you tuning in. You heard it from Dan. Pick up a book, read, engage, and, you know, have fun and enjoy life. Be present. It's always tough to be present, especially these days. Life is so hectic and busy, and there's a lot of information, a lot of conversations happening around you. But, you know, take the time to be patient with yourself and, you know, look at the progress you've made, and there's still more journey to kind of walk. So yeah, that's it from us. Peace.
Deuces.
Love you.